Alright, so what's going on, everyone out there? This is, once again, our cooking segment by Jay Cutler, Jay Cutler TV. We've seen this a million times in the videos, but what's a little different now about the cooking is we have Mega Fit Meals that send us food. So a lot of this stuff's pre-arranged because of my travel and all the craziness in my schedule. So a lot of this stuff is pre-prepared. But you know, I get up every morning. You guys saw the segment where I did the predictions, where I actually cooked. I cooked breakfast here, my egg whites, and turkey bacon, all that stuff. But now, you know, I'm having a little. This is called the Southwest beef bowl, and it's just rice and beef. But instead of cooking it in the microwave, I'm actually going to grill it like I'm actually cooking this. So right now I shoot for 5 or 6 portionate meals a day, and I have different ratios. Right now, this is 43 grams of protein, 54 grams of carbs. So when I actually have them prepare my meals, and they cater to me, I order about 20 to 25 meals a week. I have them cater to me, so I eat, you know, anywhere between 40 and 50 grams of protein per meal, and then around 50 carbohydrates. So for me, you know, it's a lot less than I did when I was competitive, but the most important thing is still spacing the meals every 2.5 to 3 hours. I always suggest that to anyone, even if you're not a weight trainer. So people out there that are just watching this channel for the first time and actually don't have a set routine, the meals have to be spaced apart. So remember, the most important meal is going to be your breakfast, the meal before you train, the meal after you train. But breakfast is the most important, even for you non-trainers. And then you should snack or have something in your stomach every 2.5 to 3 hours. Okay, anyone that stays awake usually can eat 5 or 6 portionate meals a day. Now you guys are eating 1 or 2 meals a day thinking, okay, well, I got to lose fat, or, you know, I don't want to get too big. Remember, the metabolism is going to pick up with the meals the more you eat. So you're going to be able to eat smaller portions. Don't stuff yourself with 1 or 2 meals, okay? But if you want your body to stay anabolic, for you weight trainers out there, which is most people watching my channel anyway, you guys gotta eat every 2.5, 3 hours, okay? Some of my favorite foods are going to be, I eat more chicken now, less red meat, even though this is a meat meal. I eat red meat maybe once a day if I do, but most days I really don't eat a lot of red meat. Most of my meals in here are chicken. We got some salmon meals, turkey. We got turkey meatballs, which are common. And I kind of base that around kind of what my mood is. But I eat, you know, less fish. I eat more chicken and turkey breast. That's my favorite. And then I eat rice or potatoes. Usually I have sweet potatoes. I have my grits for breakfast. And I have my supplements in between, which I know a lot of you guys ask, like, what the supplements are, but for me, like, here's my real supplement cabinet, okay? So we have, you know, the grits and stuff, but, you know, of course, I'm endorsed with my own brand, Cutler Nutrition. My partner's a BPI Sports, so you see a lot of those stuff. My friend Kevin DeHaven's product in here, too. You know, this is, you know, you see I'm digging into all this stuff. I mean, I get stuff every day sent to my house, multivitamins. This is some of my pre-workout sample packs. You know, we got protein pastas. Sometimes eat that. We have Victor's Honey Buns, chips, so we have the normal stuff in here. We love sugar-free Kool-Aid, which is good. My carb product, which I'll take around the training, my total carbs. And then every morning I have my protein mixed with my egg whites, which is super important. Even some of this discontinued stuff, I mean, some of BPI's, this RX6 is discontinued. My Fat Burner Pro Stim discontinued. My Philips Pre-Workout Legend Pro, which is, you know, here's the old Legend. Pretty much, you know, that's what I have. But I think most important products, I think for anyone to have, is going to be aminos. Protein powders. you guys that work those night shifts or whatever else, and you're always asking me, hey, when do I need to stop eating the meals? You know, the most important thing is, listen, we all work different schedules. I travel like crazy to all these international places. So a lot of times my time's way off. I mean, if I'm up till 5 in the morning, I'm gonna sleep a little later and my day's gonna run according. So, this allows me to get what I need. I'll put a little sea salt on here, just for added. I'm a huge believer in sea salt to keep the muscles a little fuller.
All right, so a lot of questions are pertaining to what I eat in a day, and listen, everyone's going to have their general diet that they do. Fortunately for me, nowadays, I have a company that cooks my meals, but it's still, everything is prepared according to what my calories are based on, and I should say more proportionate to protein and carbohydrates. So MegaFit Meals, they're out of Kentucky, they're supplying all my food now. So what I usually get is I get about 25 meals a week, which that allows me, every morning I cook my breakfast. And listen, we eat out, we eat our teriyaki boy, we eat our sushi. You know, guys know I'm on the road a lot of times, but when I'm generally here during the week, it just makes it a lot easier for me to eat usually about 3 of these kind of meals in a day. So when we started working together, they said, okay, what do you want your ratios to be? And they list on the side, okay, what the ratios are on some of these. So like here we have like custom turkey. So this is like ground turkey and sweet potatoes. So usually I try to eat between 40 and 50 grams of protein per portion. And then I have around 40 to 50 grams of carbohydrates. So it's pretty even. Whereas in my competitive time, I was eating more like 75 grams of protein and up to 100 grams of carbohydrates, okay? Fat's really not counted in there because it's just naturally the fat that's in the turkey breast. Here's a ratio of 67 carbs and 48 grams of protein. So this one's a little higher. These are actually, no, you know what, this is wrong. This is just turkey meatballs. So there's no carbs included in this. So there's 48 grams of protein in these 4 meatballs. And what I'll usually do is I'll add this ready to make rice, this jasmine rice. It's in the microwave for 90 seconds because I'm usually rushing when I'm eating in between work and all my things I'm trying to do. So this will be one of those things, I just had to make it without the rice because sometimes I like just the rice as it's fresher. Anyone that knows preparation food, you know, sometimes the rice, you know, it can get hard or, you know, a lot of times, you know, after it sits for a few days, it's not as tasty. So unless it's mixed in with something. So obviously if you have meatballs, you know, I have to have the rice outside. So I usually try to cook the rice. Now here's another meal, which is a custom turkey meal. This is about the same, almost 50 grams of protein, which is about 8 ounces of turkey breast, and then a cup and a half of rice, which is around 60 grams of carbs. Okay, I'll add a little ketchup and mustard to this, so I'm not afraid to use the condiments, but here's 3 meals I might eat in a day. Okay, breakfast is always the same. You guys saw that in one of my cooking things, I think it was my predictions video a few last week or something, where I cook, you know, egg whites, my protein powder, my whole eggs, my Ezekiel bread, cup of coffee, and my turkey bacon. So every morning I make sure I eat a solid breakfast. I cook here on the stove, and then I had like a Southwest beef meal, which was like beef and rice mixed together. There's meal 2. Here's meal 3, the turkey. Meal 4 will be this and the rice, and then meal 5 will be this. Now training obviously is based, you know, on what time I can schedule it in, but I think the most important thing, like I mentioned to you guys in the past, is, you know, eating appropriate meals throughout the day. Anyone that goes to the gym and trains and exerts, you know, calories and you know, time in the gym, you need to supply yourself with the fuel. So the meals are so important. If you're not getting the meals proportionately in there, then you're wasting your time going to the gym. It's like trying to run like a Ferrari with crap gasoline. You can't do it. So I always suggest, you know, getting portionate meals, paying close attention to the diet. In the very beginning, I wrote my diet on my refrigerator. I remember when I started working with Chris Aceto when I was 18, you know, I came home and I posted my 6 meals a day on the refrigerator. So I ate on the clock. You know, we have to watch the watch sometimes because listen, I'm not hungry for 6 meals a day, 5 meals a day. I'm honest. I only probably am hungry for about 3 out of the 6 meals when I was training. But you have to force feed yourself. Okay, you got to get the calories in. You got to assimilate the foods that you like to eat. If it tastes like shit, guys aren't gonna eat it, okay? Let's be real about it. So that's why I've been to many, many food prep companies, and listen, I'm always the one to say I don't really like heated up food. I usually heat it up in the stove. I just did the cooking thing you guys saw in this video, where I actually heat it instead of just putting it in the microwave, so it feels like it's kind of real, and tastes better, in my opinion. I added a little sea salt in there. I can add some spices if I really want to, but these meals are really, really great. It's been one of the better services that I've used, and I've used a bunch of them. Obviously, people want to reach out to me all the time. And listen, that's not a plug. It's the truth. I like it a lot. If I'm gonna cook at home, I usually cook chicken breasts or ground turkey. I always like ground meat rather than like chunks of meat. I stay away from a lot of steaks now. If I have my choice to go out to dinner, I don't go to steak restaurants. I go to more like sushi, or I order fish like sea bass. I notice at 43, I'm eating lighter foods now, not heavy steaks. I'm not a huge red meat advocate as you get older, but when I was training, you guys don't want to put on weight, steak is awesome. You guys gotta eat at least once a day if you really try to pack on the pounds. And everyone's body type, I suggest, using the ratio of eat at least a gram of protein per pound of body weight, and then if you're trying to gain weight and you're a hard gainer, 2 to 3 grams of carbohydrates per pound of body weight. If you tend to be a little on the heavy side, remember, just eat the carbohydrates in the first meal, the meal before and after training. The other meals can be strictly protein and green vegetables. And you notice there's not a lot of vegetables. I really don't like a lot of vegetables. I never ate them ever in my career. So I really don't have a lot of greens in there unless I go to dinner. And you guys, listen, once you steam something, let's be real, broccoli, asparagus, green beans, whether it's salad, you wash so much nutrients out. I know you say, well, you gotta get your vegetables in there. It's not really necessary, in my opinion. I mean, for what I do, and that's my opinion. It's just for benefit of the body as far as, how my physique looks. I've always gotten away with protein, carbohydrates, and moderate fats when needed. Okay, not added fats, but mostly just fats taken in from the meat itself. So this is a basic day of eating for me. I mean, you saw, breakfast, and then 4 of these meals, and then I might have like teriyaki boy chicken and rice. I might eat sushi out. It's Friday night, so I might go out and eat something. But keep it simple, guys. That's the main thing. You've got to keep it simple and eat the foods you like. Listen, everyone wants to eat cheeseburgers and fries. I know that, but the truth of the matter is you've got to eat, somewhat healthy. You can still have your splurge meals in there once or twice a week. Go out for your burgers or your pizza or whatever, your ice cream. I know everyone has a sweet tooth, but have your portionate meals, and that allows you to be able to stay on that track and look your absolute best and feel your absolute best in the gym. Okay, so for this cooking segment by Jay Cutler, thank you guys.